Yeah, I mean, I think the fact that, we keep breaking out so many new guys every single day. And, so I think, now that we're into our second weekend, I think, hopefully everything will kind of start to slow down for everybody. And, we can can get back to just playing baseball, and, so now it's going to be our second full week. We're going to have a shorter practice today. In terms where both teams are going to get a chance to use the field after us, and it kind of really gets you tunnel vision for the weekend because you kind of notice that the Thursday practice is shorter because the other teams are here and need to use the field. So it'll be an exciting weekend of baseball for us, and we're really excited and anxious to get back out on the field on Friday, particularly the way Tuesday night ended for us.
Yourself and Coach Henderson seem to tweak the rotation a little bit, switch to Ashcraft and Plumlee. Is anything behind that?
No, I just think it's, we kind of have a core group right now that we feel really confident in that's going to go out there and start the game for us. And, whether it's, us looking at, whether it's Marist or Indiana State or Western Illinois or Texas Tech, we're just trying to, match up the best we can against those particular teams. So those are going to be our four starters, like you mentioned earlier. And we have a lot of confidence in those guys that they're going to go out there, throw the ball over the plate, throw a lot of strikes, and get us into the fifth or sixth inning. And then we can kind of start getting our bullpen going a little bit. And, just a lot of confidence in those four guys to start the games.
Do you have an update on Hunter Stovall?
Hunter strained his hamstring the other day and is kind of going to be day-to-day right now. We'll see how he feels today. He was in treatment all morning this morning and today, and treatment yesterday. So I don't know what his status is going to be for tomorrow. Certainly hope that we can get him back out on the field this weekend. He's been such a energizer bunny kind of guy, in terms of just that, fire igniter down at the bottom of the order kind of guy, and does a tremendous job playing second base for us, and certainly want to get him back out on the field as quickly as possible.
What kind of reaction have you seen from the players after blowing that lead in the ninth inning the other night?
We had a really good practice yesterday. We met as a team before practice and kind of just talked about, using that as a defining moment for our team and program going forward. Don't allow what happened on Tuesday night to dictate what's going to happen this weekend. That's over with. Tuesday night certainly didn't happen the way we all envisioned it to. The ninth inning certainly blew up on us. But, I told all those guys that pitched yesterday in the ninth inning at practice that all those guys are going back out on the mound this weekend. Those are the guys that pitch out of the bullpen for us. This isn't the big leagues where you couldn't call 4 or 5 different guys up from AAA and, you get different guys out there. Those are the guys that we have. Those are the guys that are going to pitch out of the bullpen for us. Those guys have won that role during the course of the fall and in the early part of the spring. Tuesday night just didn't go well for those guys, and I'm not going to hesitate to get those guys back onto the mound at all. I've prepared them all to pitch this weekend, to stay ready. They're going to get another opportunity to go out there and help us win a ball game.
Was there anything going on with Smith in particular that led to his struggles the other night?
No, I just think, he kind of needs to find himself again right now. He didn't necessarily throw the ball great last weekend. Wasn't great Tuesday night, but Blake is a guy that's gotten a lot of people out here at Mississippi State, and it's a really long season. We've got 51 regular season games left, and Blake Smith is going to pitch. Blake Smith is going to get the ball in some really big situations, and I talked to Blake yesterday for a long time in my office and have confidence in him. Did the first 2 outings go the way he envisioned it before the season started? No, they haven't. But it's not indicative at all that I've lost confidence in him or that he's going to have to sit down for a while. He's going to get the ball this weekend, maybe as early as tomorrow. So he needs to be ready to go. He needs to be ready to go get guys out and help us win a baseball game.
Through 5 games, what have you been able to learn about this team so far?
I think I think through 5 games offensively, I think we're really resilient. I think we don't give away many at-bats. I think we've got a lot of guys out on the field right now that are experiencing their first week of college baseball. You play 4 games on a weekend and then you immediately have to bounce back on a Tuesday without practice on Monday. You really have to be mature in order to be able to take care of your business, get your body rested up, show up Tuesday ready to play. So I think that first weekend in college baseball for those guys was a really big learning experience, and we just want to continue to get better and better and better every time we're out on the field. You guys see the youth, and you guys see the inexperience and the guys that we're running out there every day. That's who we have right now in this program. We are a young, inexperienced team. Those young, inexperienced guys are going to continue to go out there, continue to get those at-bats, and continue to get the ball on the mound to go get people out. And this is a team that's going to continue to get better and better and better every single time we're on the field, particularly every single time we're in pressure situations like we were the other night and like we were this past weekend against Western Illinois and Texas Tech.
You talk about those guys that are in new roles and new responsibilities and stuff. Of course, new role for you too. And
Sure,
after
sure.
5 games, is there anything
Sure.
that you're still learning that's kind of been, something you didn't expect or anything?
You know what? It's been a great experience so far. It really has. Just managing the game, managing the bullpen, trying to navigate the game in terms of, defensive replacements and pinch hitting and all those kind of things. There's certainly a lot to grasp your hands around, and there's nothing like there's nothing like actually going through it to learn how to do it. So this past weekend, the first 5 games have been a blast, man. I've enjoyed the whole 9 innings and extra innings and 10-run innings from other teams. So it's all, every single day. Myself, just like our players, I want to continue to get better at managing the whole entire game and seeing the whole picture from the very first pitch of the game to the last pitch of the game.
What can you tell us about these opponents this weekend?
Indiana State is a team, historically, that's been a pretty good program. Just within the last couple of years, they've had a lot of really high draft picks, particularly on the mound. 3 or 4 years ago, they had the Cape Cod League Pitcher of the Year. That was at Indiana State. So it's a program that is going to come in here and expect to win baseball games this weekend. I think right now they're 7th or 8th nationally in batting average and offense, that type of thing. So they're going to come in here with a highly offensive type of team. They want to be aggressive. They're going to swing. They're going to get their money's worth at the plate, and we need to be able to pitch and defend and play really well to be able to beat these guys. And Marist is a club that's a northern team that is going to get better and better every time they're outside. So I would anticipate them being better this weekend than they were last weekend. And it's just going to be a great weekend for baseball here. It looks like the weather's going to be fine. The crowd last weekend was incredible. It was the best crowd I've seen in college baseball, and it was every bit an Omaha type of atmosphere that very first Friday night, particularly when we took BP out on the field and there's 10, 11,000 people in the stands, and kind of remind you of the big leagues when they open up the gates and everybody storms into the ballpark and sees the visiting team take BP before the game starts. And I told our players last Friday was the closest they'll get to the big leagues until they're actually there with that atmosphere here at Dudy Noble. So just 5 games in, this is an incredible ballpark. The atmosphere is the best in college baseball. Our guys know how privileged they are to be here, and it's a lot of responsibility that they take every single day to prepare themselves to get ready to play in front of, in my opinion, which I feel is the best fans and crowd in college baseball.
If Stovall can't go, what would you do at second base or the infield?
There's several things that we're talking about doing. Harrison Bragg's going to get an opportunity to play on the infield this weekend. Dustin Skelton's going to get a chance to play on the infield this weekend. So there's several guys that are going to get their first taste of Mississippi State baseball again this weekend. So, like I said earlier, that's what we have. Harrison Bragg's going to get an opportunity to get in the starting lineup this weekend and get his 4 or 5 at-bats and see if he can't drive the ball and be a run producer type of guy for us.
How tempted were you to put Self into rotation for this weekend?
Yeah, obviously he had tremendous success last weekend. As of right now, we kind of want to leave Riley in that role that he's in right now. And, whether it ultimately evolves into some type of closer role or if it's some type of 6, 7, 8 inning type of guy to get the ball maybe to a Spencer Price on the back half, that type of thing. Those are the things that we've spoke about all week. But for right now, we're going to leave Riley in that role, a role that he's already had a lot of success at, and we just want to continue to get him comfortable out on the mound, pitching in front of big crowds. And, the more he's out on the mound and the more comfortable he gets, there's going to be evolving conversations on what ultimately is the best role for Riley to help our team.